Cancer. Hello, it's Ashley. We're going to be doing your October reading today. So we're going to look at where you've been, where you're headed, what might be coming in for you as we look at past, present, and future. And then we'll do a 9-card spread and get some clarifying cards to narrow some things down. See if we can't zoom in on a specific situation here. This may not be your reading. It's not going to resonate for every Cancer out there, so make sure you check your other placements. Venus, Moon, Rising, as well as Sun. If it is your reading, I would love to hear from you. Tap into those comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe. So let's get started here. Now, Cancer, most of October is going to be impacted by this Mercury retrograde that we're going through right now. So I will tack that Mercury retrograde playlist to the end of this video. So if you haven't already watched your Sun or Rising sign, I highly recommend it. So let's see what's going on. Oh, and personal readings are being opened up on the website schedule for October. If you are so inclined, the website is down below. We have the Page of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords, the High Priestess, the Empress, and the 7 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Star. So some sort of wish come true, some sort of dream is definitely impacting your entire reading today. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, but essentially some sort of destined, almost fated situation may be coming in the month of October. So we'll kind of see why that card in particular is showing up for us. And let's see what's going on here. We have in the past position the cat, and if you happen to be a pet owner that has a cat, or you've had any experience with domesticated cats, sorry, let me mute this. You know that they're very independent. They kind of go after the things they want, and if they don't want it, you definitely know about it, right? It says, be relaxed and independent. So I feel like at this time here in recent past, you've been really aligned. You can see this cat's chakras are all in line and flowing. And I do feel like some of you may easily be headed into more of an independent situation here with regards to the workplace in particular. Some sort of endeavor or idea that you've had that felt like it was really calling to you on an intuitive level with that High Priestess. So I do feel like you're kind of working on your purpose, your mission work, whatever that may entail for you, trying to build that legacy that you would like to leave behind. So let's see if we can get some more detail here. The Page of Cups, we have the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. I don't feel like this has been a very easy situation. It's been very, like, you've taken on a lot of responsibility here in working towards this. I'm also seeing some love pop up here, so I'll speak to that in just a moment. With the 10 of coins, we have the 5 of wands and the high priestess. With the high priestess, we have the hanged man and the page of swords. So, okay, a few things coming in here. If you are kind of venturing into a new business role, you could have started your own business. Like I said, something that definitely speaks to the legacy that you want to leave behind. We have that 10 of coins showing up twice here. Now, I do feel like it's been really hard. For one, I do feel like you have held a ton of responsibility. You may even be holding all of the responsibility in this situation. And it's not been easy. It's been kind of a fight. There might be actually a lot of competition out there with whatever this thing is for you, depending on the sort of the path that you have been guided to take. There could be a lot of competition out there. I do also feel like it caused a lot of drama when you decided to go for this thing. Could have easily been a lot of people, you know, kind of serving as naysayers and being difficult, making this decision harder for you to make for yourself. But I do feel like it has been intuitively guided. It's something you may be going into this not really seeing the end point of it. You just know that you need to take this step because that's so far all your intuition has given you. And then you're guided to take another step and you go there. So long-term outlook, you're kind of in this place of, you know, I really don't have any idea, right? But I do feel like you have also been doing quite a bit of work to get in closer touch with that intuition as well. There's been a lot of kind of clarity brought in from an intuitive standpoint, and just like extra time and effort you've been putting in to kind of hone your intuitive nature. Now, from a love standpoint, I do feel like something burdensome has come to an end. And I think whatever that relationship was in the past was, you know, had a lot of conflict involved. Could have been dealing with a Pisces. We have the High Priestess twice plus the Hanged Man here, so that's a lot of Pisces energy. Could have also had some additional insights come through in that recent Pisces full moon that we had, I believe on the 20th, yes, of September. So some of that has kind of sparked something further. It's like you're starting to get little pieces of the puzzle come in, right, to add to this story for you. So I feel that really strongly. Now, in the present moment, so as of October 2021, we have this truth be told in the reverse. So there's something that either you've been lying to yourself about or someone else has been keeping hidden from you. And to me, it kind of feels like, I feel like what the lie has been is that you have limited options out there. It's almost kind of like feeling like there has been one way you've looked at this, whatever it may be, a relationship, a person, a job, a new endeavor, you've kind of looked at it this way, and it just wants you to see it over here. So there's been some sort of limiting belief here, I believe. And I feel like it's probably related to, on some level, it's somehow related to growth here with the Empress card. It's like you've been limiting your own growth because you have been so focused over here instead of seeing the truth. And I think on some level it's more of a subliminal limiting belief, not necessarily like you're lying to yourself, right? Now this could also be dealing with someone breadcrumbing you and making you an option here. And so we'll look at it from both a love standpoint and a more personal standpoint here, whether it's work or whatever. So, why do we have the Six of Pentacles? We have the Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. So see, he's not seeing this cup. There's something you haven't been seeing. And that certainly relates to that Mercury retrograde. Something is trying to get your attention. And I think part of what has been happening, something that you haven't been seeing here with the Six of Pentacles, I don't think that you've been truly valuing your worth. So, for example, at work, maybe you're undercharging for a service that you provide. Maybe you've been putting in a whole lot of effort and it's not paying back out, right? And I think that the thing that's trying to get through to you here is that with that Two of Wands, you have the world at your fingertips here. It doesn't have to be exactly this. It can be a variation of that. It could be something else entirely. So let's see what else we get here. Seven of Cups, the Empress again, and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like there is going to be something comes in, some sort of clarity here. You can see that, I believe this is the story of Aladdin, and he is searching for which lamp he wants to choose. So in the Seven of Cups, there's confusion. There's also a lot of options here, right? And some of them might not be great, and some of them might be perfect. So I think what's happening with that is you're finding your cup, which one you're going to pick. And I think that it's going to lead to this lovely abundance here with the Empress. Now when it comes to love here, I feel like someone has been breadcrumbing you. You haven't been demanding your value here, and it's been emotionally unsatisfying. And I think what's happening here is you're choosing not to tolerate that. You could have easily been somebody's option here. And while they're making you an option, what you're wanting is for someone to offer you their cup, like to choose you, or for you to be able to choose something and it honor you. So let's see, with this second Empress, we have the Four of Wands and the Hermit. So I do feel like upon reflecting within yourself as to what it is, what limiting belief you've been believing about your own abundance, worthiness, that kind of thing, then it manifests. It shows up. It's like as soon as you figure out the puzzle piece, the next puzzle piece, because we were talking about puzzle pieces here in the past position. It's like this next thing, which is your value, all about your worth. then the manifestation comes. The cup pops in. You decide what you're worth, and the thing that you've been working towards happens. Let's look at the future position here. We have the land between. So you can see that this chunk of land that used to fit here is like floating up, and on either side there's kind of these little rickety bridges. But kind of here up top at the center is like this little kind of like gazebo type thing. It's like somewhere to rest. It almost kind of feels like, to me, I'm going to say the midpoint of this Mercury retrograde. You can see that star sitting right below it. Something becomes really clear here for you. Now that midpoint is actually happening on the 9th of October, I believe. So heads up, pay attention to that date and any clarity that comes through. But this is just kind of being like in the in-between zone. It's like you've ended something, and now you're kind of waiting on that manifestation for the new beginning to take place. So it's kind of like the gray area. It's almost like this place of refuge before moving on to the next challenge or the next goal kind of thing. We have the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands. It does feel like you've felt stuck here. I feel like you've, even though this is in a future position, I feel like you've been in this in-between zone for a period of time. We have the 8 of Swords here. You can see she's stuck around with all these swords around her. She's kind of hiding in this little cave. And it's interesting, she's actually wearing a donkey skin here. So you may actually kind of feel a bit foolish, like you've been in this place waiting for this next manifestation to happen. But I think the key to getting there is seeing something more clearly, something you're not seeing, some limiting belief is coming into play here. So it almost feels like these are swapped. Like this would be the outcome, and this would be October itself and the challenges associated with it. I think you're going to keep working at this for sure, but I feel like you've been working hard. You've been standing up for this for a long time, and there's kind of just been this like waiting zone, being in this like purgatory almost, because there's definitely a lot of conflict and stuck energy here. So let's see what we get. Why the 5 of Wands? We have the Sun and the 7 of Cups. So lots of duplicates coming in here, huh? We got 2 High Priestesses, 2 5 of Wands, 2 7 of Cups, 2 10 of Pentacles. Why do we have the 8 of Swords? We have the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. And he's like racing back towards this 7 of Cups. You know, all those options. It's like as soon as you find, here's what I'm saying, we're in this place here where there's like battle. It's like this turmoil, this conflict, potentially competition of wanting to get to that soul calling, wanting to manifest your legacy because you feel you've been called to it. And I feel like your intuition's been screaming at you. And there's something here that's just blocking really seeing what it is. And it's like the option to choose is the one that makes you feel amazing. happy, young, free, vibrant, bright. Like this conflict energy that you've been in because you've been in this stuck position isn't helping to manifest it to happen, right? So you can't sit in that energy expecting brighter energy on the other side of it. You have to choose the brightness now, that more positive, higher vibe sensation. And it's like the minute you pick it, this Knight of Swords is like racing backwards. I feel like this clarity of how you've been stuck is coming in. And I think it's going to have a lot to do with, can you see the truth of something here? And perhaps, you've felt stuck, but on some subliminal level, there's been something you've been doing that's been keeping you stuck. And I think it's definitely tied to worth, abundance, values, like demanding your worth, right? The Seven of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands, and the Death card. So, if you've been dealing, when it comes to love, at least, if you've been dealing with a fickle energy here, someone who's been making you an option, I think you're moving on from that. You're cutting that out, and that could very well be part of what's been keeping you stuck. Whether it's career or love, on some level, what you're being guided to see is that some part of your values, and this is Libra, Mercury retrograde talk, some of your values and your worthiness here are not being honored. Where is that happening in your life? In a relationship, in a job, like I said, are you not charging enough? All these things. And as soon as you recognize that and you put an end to this kind of immature, hot and cold, on and off, breadcrumbing, making you an option energy, then your manifestations show up. And they're really good. So that was kind of a very how I said the rows almost feel interchangeable or even blended together. Very, very interesting. Let me call out the signs real quick that we have. We have Scorpio, Leo for sure, Taurus, Libra, Virgo, and a lot of Pisces. So check out some of those readings. If that's someone that you are dealing with, you might want to go look at those readings and cross-watch as far as your personal placements, or even someone that you are cross-watching for in a love situation. So, okay, I hope that was helpful. Feels very whirlwindy. So, hang in there, Cancer, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.